Okay, in the light of Goku and Bardock dropping, I think it's a good time to talk about the meta, especially before the Ultra comes for the part 3 of the festival. I'm pretty sure everybody's in acceptance that the Ultra is very likely to ruin the game in some people's eyes. In my opinion, I think it's just a good addition to the game because it's meant to do that. It's meant to be something overpowered that everybody goes for. They're meant to lead the game and take things over. That's the whole point of giving a standalone Ultra their own part to finalize and seal the deal in a celebration. But I think we can all objectively agree the meta right now is in a pretty decent spot, and if they drop a super ultra like that and everybody has to use it, it would change things more negatively than positively. Outside of the fact that people are happy that a new unit has dropped, and it might be a unit that a lot of people are looking for example, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he could be a very plausible release for the festival in 2023. But I think more importantly, it's good to look at what we have in the meta right now, considering that there's so many options of teams that you could use, and that's very, very wild to say, especially knowing what Legends has put us through in these 5 years. There's been a lot of metas where if you weren't using a set team, you literally can't thrive. You're not going anywhere, you're not winning any games, and it's not going to be any fun. You can't get priority, you're just getting streamlined by this one team that everybody's using. Every game you're running into that one team, and a PvP meta like that just truly isn't healthy, because a lot of people don't want to summon for certain things, and if I don't want to summon for certain things, I gotta be punished for it in PvP because my team is a lot weaker. That's clearly not a healthy meta. So we've got to look at what really makes a meta super good. Before I get into the video, let me know what team you use the most. What's your favorite team? What team do you run in PvP the most? Comment that down below. I'll let you know mine right now. I've been running a mix of fusions and movies. Those would be my two. Fusions number one though. I've been running Pycon, Ultra Gogeta Blue, and Ultra Vegito Blue. Those three have been doing me justice. But if I'm running movies, I still run Ultra Vegito Blue and movies as a leader slot. But I'm running Pycon Gogeta, which is still kind of fusions, but then Beast Gohan really makes it movies, and then the bench is all movies as well, so you can't even get on my top 2 heavy. If I had Janemba, I'd add him. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. Let's actually get into the core of this video. Now, I was actually going to make this video before the festival even started, so before even Beast Gohan and Evo Ken dropped in Dragon Ball Legends, but I simply didn't have the time. I was doing a lot of things at that time as well. But regardless of that fact, I think it's even better that I didn't do it, because now is also a good time to have this discussion. We got a little Billy cameo. He made this tweet pre-festival, and it's held true because at the time it was a hot take where people might have not agreed, specifically because Gold Frieza and Ultra Vegito Blue were running things. But if we look at the game now, I feel it's absolutely a fact that the meta is in a super healthy position, which is why a lot of people are not in favor of an Ultra dropping very soon. They're very much seeing it in a negative light. But let's look at this tweet. So we got Billy here, Lit4Geeks on Twitter. Definitely go ahead and follow him. He's a #1 ranked PvP player, so in most cases, he knows what he's talking about. Hot Legends take, but I'd actually say the meta is super good right now. Outside of the outlier that is Janemba, he ironically helped balance out Gold Frieza / UVB, forcing players to actually run different variations of their teams. There's actually multiple teams that can carry players to God rank and or deep into it. In no specific order, these are all the viable pure teams one can run right now, and then he goes ahead and lists them. So we got Universe Rep, Regen has 3 core sets, Pure Fusion Warriors, God Key, Just Rev UI Leader Fusion Warriors, Future, Movies, Blast or Strike based, Androids, Ginyu Force, which is also Frieza Force. Let me even add Dragon Ball Saga to that list. I think going into Fest, things are going to get very interesting. MVPs of their tags. Then he shows some images of 4 characters that pretty much run their tags. So I'm going to say Ultra Gogeta Blue for either movies or fusions. I'd say movies at this time. We've got Janemba. He can be run on powerful opponent Regen, but he could also be the MVP of movies. We've got Ultra Vegito Blue, the MVP of Future, but he could also be the MVP of God Key and Fusions. Then we got MVP 17, who's naturally the MVP of Universe Rep, but he could also be the MVP of Android as well. I think he really is the core of Universe Rep though. But you could say it's Gold Frieza, either way you want to go. But at this time, obviously, there's so many other units such as Evo Ken. He puts in the reply, MVP 17, the MVP of his tag over Gold Frieza, because the utility he offers generally skyrockets them. Without 17, Gold Frieza are a fraction of their full potential. UGB still has a kit that can't age post 60 counts. UVB is UVB. I like how he's done that. Everybody knows that. And Janemba countering 3 out of 4 of the dominant meta units. So reading that tweet, I'm pretty sure it's very hard to disagree with anything that he said. If we want to go into every team that he listed there, we'd be here forever. But let's do it just for a little bit. If we look at Universe Rep, the good thing about Universe Rep is it doesn't just have a core team. So if I was to say their core team, especially right now, bear in mind that tweet was made on the 8th of November. On the day I'm recording this, it's damn near the 16th of December. Universe Rep has Evoken, 17, Jiren, Gold Frieza, and that new Golden Frieza. Even if you want to run the yellow Jiren, that's 6 options for one team that you could really bring into the PvP field and get into God rank. Moving into Regeneration, Regeneration also has some good options as well. They got Ultra Super Janemba, they got Orange Piccolo, that obviously is a revival unit, Ultra Kid Buu, they've got the Purple Cell, and even if you wanted to seriously run him, that red Janemba that got a Zenkai is actually really good. Let's look at Fusion Warriors. Even though they only have one set, it's a super good set. It's the set that I said that's my favorite, and at the time it was super good, and now it's even better. Pycon Gogeta, the revival unit, Ultra Gogeta Blue, like Billy said, post 60 time accounts, it can't age, and then Ultra Vegito Blue being Ultra Vegito Blue. These 3 are insane. Let's look at Future. Future has the Purple Cell, Ultra Vegito Blue, Sword of Hope Trunks, Ultra Goku Black Rose. I'd say only these 4 can really be brought into PvP and do certain numbers, but even if you're running any of those 4, you would still be able to thrive and seriously get to God rank. So we're going to go into androids now. Look at androids. We got the Gammas 1 and 2, we got LL17, we got the Purple Cell. Dangerous trio you want to run, they're going to give you the exact same numbers as every single team that I've gone into. And I think just to end it, because I don't want to go too heavy into every single team, but this team probably has the most units. So we got Sagas from the movies, we got Pycon Gogeta, Dangerous Unit Revival Unit, we got Orange Piccolo, Revival Unit tanky as hell. We got Gammas 1 and 2. They're doing crazy damage, tag switching cover now. On top of the fact they have the prep time gauge. We have Ultra Gogeta Blue, insane unit as well. Beast Gohan, the red one. But then we got the blue one as well. We got the yellow Gotenks. Even that Goku Youth that's from Dragon Ball Saga is part of Sagas from the movies. So yeah, I've gone through a lot of teams already and showed you how all of these teams have value. And I haven't even touched a team like Hybrid Saiyans, All Saiyans, God Ki. You can see it's very healthy. Whatever your favorite team is, I'm sure you can run it and get pretty far. You know it's mad when even Vegeta Clan, they got the 8 Vegeta Zenkai, they got Evoken, they got Sword of Hope Trunks. That's a trio. They can actually run in PvP. They got Trunks and Vegeta. If you're running a blast build, it can work. It's crazy that every team is flourishing. The devs done it behind our backs. We literally had the same thing last year in the 2022 festival, where the game wasn't really in a good position because of Beast Gohan. But then they dropped these units for the festival. In part 1, they dropped GT, which was Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta with Android 17, and then all of a sudden GT came out of nowhere and was a super team. In the part 2, we did get Trunks and Vegeta, who weren't especially good at that time, but the Blue Zamasu made Future a really good team. Also, Powerful Opponent got their stocks up, and let's not even talk about Regeneration slightly flourishing. So there's these pieces that come out of nowhere, and at the time maybe we can't see it because they're playing chess and we're playing checkers. We're going too quick, but they're strategically placing things out randomly so that they can build a team at a certain period in time. And for that, I have to say thank you to the devs, because the devs have made the festival very enjoyable. I'd say as well, because of how they set up the part 1 banners, it makes the game super enjoyable as well. Although it might seem super crazy given that we have 2 banners to summon on at one time, you would pick the one that's more to your favor, or even if you want to summon on both, the teams kind of cross over, especially between the main headliners having Son family in their tags. Beast Gohan works with the Goku side of Evoken, but not just the Goku side, because the way tag units work, the tags cross over. So even if I'm Vegeta on the Evoken unit, I would still be Son family because it's a unit in one, even though it's 2 different characters. But yeah, I think I've spoken a lot in this video, man. I can only look forward to see what they're going to drop for the Ultra in part 3. I think if they wanted to maintain balance, I think the best thing to generally drop would be an Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I'm not going to go into that too heavily in this video, but the reason I say that is because GT is a tag that's going on a down spiral where all of the other tags are really flourishing. If you give GT a blue Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I genuinely believe that they could be a top 3 team in the game just like that, depending on what's in his kit, of course. But the reason I think that is because GT already has a solid trio. 17, he's a very strong disrupt unit. He breaks down the enemy doing damage, and the whole team heals a lot, by the way. Tag 4s, you already know what they can do. They tag shit. Vegeta has the cover now, explosive green on both sides. The blue card Vanish Restore is super good. And then 4Q, he's a big support on the team, especially if you have him high stars. He has a Zenkai, so obviously he's had his prime already. But really looking into Super Saiyan 4 Goku, on last stand his ultimate is going to nuke you. He can throw you out, which is actually super good, and he comes with a double save. GT has right pieces. For the guys that run GT, they already know that it could be a lot better. They don't have many options, but I genuinely think Ultra G4 could be that unit to change GT for a long time. Obviously G4 would also work on Fusion Warriors. I'm hoping they don't specifically just bring G4 for GT, which they most likely won't. They'd probably make him buff Fusion Warriors anyways, but I think he should be for both, especially if they decide to lock him in, which they shouldn't do because it's a Fusion Warrior. I think just because it's a festival or celebration unit, they wouldn't just try to lock them into one tag. They'd make it very broad. But if they did, it would be good for GT especially. Let's also consider that he has to be the right element, but I'm kind of yapping too much here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about what I said for the teams. How do you feel about the meta right now? Are you enjoying PvP? Are the teams that you can use very good? Do you have a good team at that? Let me know, man. Give your thoughts in the comment section below. Press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 100,000 subscribers. But I'm gonna leave the video like that, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.